Most moms think the pressure they feel comes from society, other people, or social media, but that's not where the pressure actually comes from. The biggest pressure comes from the way we think about ourselves all day long. And I know this because I've been this overwhelmed, overthinking, never feeling good enough first time mom. And now I guide other moms as a mindset and transformation coach to feel calmer, more grounded, and more like themselves. And in this training, I'm sharing with you why moms are so hard on themselves and what you can do to change that with one simple exercise that takes 1 minute or less. And as moms, our thoughts often sound as judgment, a lot of pressure, and constant self correcting. And that happens even in moments where we should be resting or actually be present and enjoying with our kids. And I'm going to give you some examples which probably sound very familiar. Those negative thoughts and these self critiquing thoughts often sound like, I should be doing more. I can't do anything right. Oh, I'm messing up again. I'm not smart enough. Or the biggest one for myself in the past actually was there must be something wrong with me. And if I were to ask you right now and say, hey, just give me some examples. What are the thoughts that constantly show up for yourself throughout the day? It probably would be so easy for you to give me tons of examples. So if you wondered why you're waking up tired, why you feel stuck in the same pattern, and why you're so hard on yourself, even when you're doing your best, that is why. And the truth is, there's nothing wrong with you. And it's because, on average, as humans, we have 6,000 thoughts a day. And out of those 6,000 thoughts that we have a day, 75% of those are negative. That's kind of mind blowing to think about, right? 75% of our daily thoughts are negative. And also, about 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts we thought yesterday and the day before. They are repetitive. And every time I say and share this information or hear this information, it is kind of mind blowing to me because, in my opinion, it explains so much. It means no wonder sometimes it feels so heavy and difficult. And it's not because you're failing. I'm going to say it again because it's so important. It's not because you're failing. It's because our mind has been running the same old programs for way too long on repeat without being interrupted. And I'm coming closer here, guys, because I need to say this very clearly. If your inner voice has been too harsh, critical, or never satisfied, there is nothing wrong with you. It's just that your thoughts have been running on repeat without being interrupted. Now, here's the good news. Here's the good news. Repeated thoughts are a learned habit. So if we learned it, we can also unlearn it and we can change this habit and break this thought pattern. And that is probably the best news that I can give you today because it's just about changing it up. It's similar to changing our diet or changing our exercise routine or maybe our sleep patterns. That's something I'm working on right now. I'm trying to have better sleep. And today I want to show you what you can do to change this with one simple exercise that takes less than a minute. The great news is this exercise works anytime you are in front of a mirror. And if you're like, oh no, gosh, not again mirror work, bear with me, it's going to be good. The good news is you can habit stack, which means you can attach it to an existing habit easily. Maybe the best time for you is when you get up in the morning and you use the bathroom and you wash your hands, voila, you're in front of a mirror. That is a great time to do the exercise. If you say maybe you want to do it after you brush your teeth, also great. Maybe you say, oh my gosh, mornings in our house is pure chaos and overwhelm and I'm already in survival mode. That's not a good time. Okay, great. Then pick any other time you find yourself in front of a mirror. And that is the bottom line. As long as you have a mirror, you can do this exercise. So, what is this exercise about? This exercise has 3 steps. Step number 1 is just you looking at yourself in the mirror. Now, I don't want you to go, oh my gosh, last night was rough. I look horrible. Like, oh my gosh, I'm aging so much. Oh, I changed. What is happening? None of that nonsense. I want you to look yourself in the eye. Try to look at your soul through your eyes, right? It sounds a little bit cheesy, but that's what we're doing. We're looking at ourselves, so go with it. And then as you look at yourself, step number 2, smile. Just smile. And continue breathing, okay? We're gonna stay alive here. Okay, so we're smiling, we're looking at ourselves in the eyes, we're breathing, and now comes step number 3, the most important one. And you're going to say 4 magical words. And the 4 magical words are I love you and your name. So in my case, it would be I love you, Linda. And you do that, and you continue breathing, you continue smiling, and you just do it 3 times. It takes less than a minute, and yet it is super powerful. This exercise was shared with me by my first mentor and coach, Joseph McLennan III. And when he shared it, I was super excited. I went in front of a mirror, I did the exercise, and I felt awkward. I felt so awkward. It felt so weird. I literally was still like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? This is so crazy. It felt uncomfortable. And the truth is, for most of us, this exercise will feel uncomfortable because we are so used to being hard on ourselves and harsh and critical, but not kind and loving, because that's just not something we do. And then we're surprised why we have a poopy day and don't feel good about ourselves at all. Now, this is an exercise I lead almost all my clients through because it's so powerful, and I believe every human being should know this exercise and should be doing it. By the way, it's also a great exercise to teach your kids. So if you're like, hey, I'm having my kids with me all day long, when am I supposed to find a minute? Invite them in. Do it with them. Be silly, be giggly, like have some fun, right? Now, one time I shared this exercise with a client and she had a huge emotional release. She actually said to me the next day, it was like, I cannot do it. It's too much. I just cried. If that's you, embrace it. Let the tears come out. It just shows that there's a lot of negativity that you've been holding on to so far. And now this is the first time that you're kind to yourself, and that's why it feels so big. So let it feel big. Continue doing it, and it will feel awkward, and it will feel weird at times. And then what you will realize is that after doing this a couple days, suddenly it will feel good. It will feel normal. It might actually, now we're going crazy, it might be actually something you're looking forward to because it's so simple, it's so doable, and it feels so good. Now, if you're thinking like, wait a minute, we talked about all these negative thoughts and about all these patterns that we're running constantly throughout the day, and now as you're just saying 1 time or 3 times I love you, and that is supposed to do the trick. What we're doing here, instead of monitoring all day long our thoughts and trying to catch it and trying to break the pattern and trying to fill it with something new, we are changing the relationship with ourselves. We're more kind, we're more loving, we're more compassionate. And that is changing over time the tone that we talk to ourselves. Because if you think about it, if you would tell a friend, I love you, I think what you're doing is great. I know you're struggling and I know motherhood is hard, but you got this. You wouldn't say in the same sentence, and you messed up, so do better next time. You just wouldn't. So it will change over time. And what this exercise does, it allows you to feel good about yourself. It brings you back energy, and also a nice side effect, confidence, which is awesome because you feel good about yourself. And think about it at the end. It's like as if you were talking to this friend. You're compassionate and kind. You're like, hey, you got this. You did good. Like, yeah, this one time went bad. That's okay. You got it. You can do it different next time, okay? You're an awesome mom. You got this. And so this is why this exercise is so important and can change really how you feel about yourself. And if you want to prove me wrong, because like, Linda, this is nonsense, I don't think what you share here is making a difference, then I invite you to prove me wrong. I invite you to prove me wrong and just do it for the sake of doing it. Go in front of that mirror, smile at yourself, look at yourself in the eye, and say, I love you, and your name 3 times. And then come back to me and tell me how it didn't work. I invite you to do it because that means you're doing the exercise and you will notice the change. That is how confident I am in this exercise. And by the way, if you're enjoying this exercise, this is the kind of topics that I share in my free Facebook group where I go live regularly to show tips, tricks, tools that can help you to feel better about yourself so you can show up as the mom that you actually want to show up as. So if you like this kind of training, I invite you to join using the button below, and I will see you in the Facebook group. And if you want to be an overachiever, which I know some of us are, then do it every time you're in front of a mirror. You can also purposely use it. You're feeling bad about yourself? Go in front of a mirror. Be kind to yourself. Say those words and continue on with your day. It is that simple. And that simple, tiny action can truly change the way you feel about yourself, the way you show up in life. It will show with the way you interact with your kids, your partner, your friends, other people in your life. It will impact how you interact with yourself, and it will make you feel good about yourself again. Because that harsh, critical, and never satisfied voice is going to start to soften and be replaced with more love and compassion.